Good morning, all. Welcome back for the second session that is on a gateway to the options and opportunities by Ankush Kumar. I welcome Ankush also to the session. Before starting the session, I would like to introduce all the participants about Mr. Ankush. Mr. Ankush has completed his BE from St. Joseph Engineering College, Mangaluru in the year 2017 with an aggregate of 82% and completed his MTech in Water Resource Engineering from NIT, Silchar, Assam. Presently, he is educating economically underprivileged children at Silchar. Mr. Ankush Kumar, as I know, a young, talented and smart student of batch 2014-17, who would always be active in the class and actively participate in the classroom teaching learning process. He would also bring us his own new solutions to any problem that we have put forth in the class on the previous day. Nevertheless, he has also mentored his fellow student colleagues and guided them in clearing the exams, especially the weaker sections. Though he has completed his MTech from NIT, whenever he called me, he always appreciated the efforts put by the faculty of Civil Engineering Department, but admitted at the same time that SJEC is the best learning center for engineering education. We too are thankful to you, Ankush, for having you as our proud alumni, taking social responsibility on your shoulders at your young age itself. A special warm welcome to you, Ankush. And I am very much sure that you will be able to motivate our crowd today through your talk. Over to you.
Start with the presentation. First, we will go in the very formal way that why we should approach GATE and all. Then we'll look at the preparation strategies, and finally we will address the social factors also, what affects our learning and what plays a very crucial role in our preparation at any point of time. So now we will start with the presentation. Now, what is GATE? GATE is conducted for the students who are graduating in engineering, and for all the branches it is conducted, civil, mechanical, electrical, and for some basic science branches also it is conducted. And it is an all India examination, and it is administered in 8 zones by 7 IITs and 1 ISC Bangalore. And the GATE committee has faculties from all the reputed institutes and government organizations, and exam is has a very good importance in a student's career. Now, why we should think about GATE? Actually, GATE is not opening any job opportunity in government sector. Very few government sectors are there who consider GATE marks, but they conduct these examinations: junior engineer exam, assistant engineer exam, and engineering services examination. These are exams conducted for the direct entry in government sector. But when you consider GATE, it covers all the syllabus which are asked in JEE and AE, and you are at the uh, preparation stage that you can easily think about engineering services examinations, because most of the topics you have covered in GATE. So GATE is something that is a very balanced syllabus and very balanced course that will help you to go through these two examinations also, and it will give you a strength to try for engineering services examination, one of the most prestigious exam when any engineering background students would like to take. Now, objective of GATE is to identify the meritorious students who are really motivated in their field. And there are many engineering colleges, many universities in India, and uh, all of them have their different syllabus, whatever they follow, more or less they are same, but some subjects will differ. But GATE, you can all the universities, all the students on a common platform, and then you can uh, choose best of them. So GATE is serving the purpose that despite having many universities, we can have a general evaluation of all the students. So options, what we are having with GATE, you can see the first picture that especially I have put for the students who are in Bangalore. You can see NIT Surat College. The dream for all students in Bangalore that once we could medicine. And there are many other prestigious institutes. And this is not NIT Silchar, this is just library of NIT Silchar. So NIT Silchar has the Asia's largest library. And some governments and L&T I have especially put here because they conduct a very special exam that is India scholarship. So that is for those students who clear GATE in their first attempt. And their age is less than 23 years. They are offered a build in their scholarship. Fellowship also they get it. And finally they get a job in India. So for pursuing masters in any renowned institute, you must have a GATE score. And there are almost 14 seats for civil engineering GATE score. And for IIM fellowship program also, you have to have a GATE score. And MS and PhD in some foreign countries also, like Singapore and GATE score, and they offer admission colleges. Coming to the analysis for our specialized civil branch, take it from last 10 years, that how the state committees they more or less certainly give 50 marks to the general aptitude and protect uh, more than 50 only. Uh, Water engineering, environmental engineering, 8 here, but it will be almost 10. Like, and transportation engineering, average it has come down. Now it will be around 8 or 9. Then surveying, RCC, construction, and management. Here we miss some of the topics that like CPM part, which are not covered in our. So that I tell you how to cover this and structure analysis. Please. So now you can see here that you need not to study everything. You have to first set a goal for you. That what is your aim? You just want to have a great score, which is required at most of the places. So, there is not having a good or you want admission. And first set up this benchmark for you. Then you go and select subjects of your choice so that you can see the marks and you can see your target marks. Take 1 or 2 subjects extra so that you have a cushion of 10 to 12 marks that if you miss out here and there. Now, many students who are really going in their core branches, they think that engineering mathematics they can skip because they think it is very healthy. But one thing I can tell you, to prepare for engineering mathematics, you but all engineering is based on mathematics. So mathematics is not a science language. You express it. So uh, mathematics is a language. Express yourself technically. So I will suggest you do not while you are selecting some not miss out engineering mathematics. It will be problematic while you are studying, but it will be very helpful to improve your score and it will help you in your other subjects also. When you are finally prepared to take up in any competitive exam, you must have a question bank. If you have a question bank, you will be accustomed to know that which type of questions they are asking and what are the areas they want. Some exams who want to know your concepts. There are some exams who want to analyze your analytical skill. There are some exams who wants to test your aptitude. There are some exams who want to test your language. You must have a question bank and with solution. You can see the solutions done by the toppers or solutions done by the experts. That how those problems are solved for a better approach and try to cover subjects at which you are very comfortable. That will give you a yes, I can do. Then refer to the topics you have covered, refer to the solved problem, analyze the pattern of question. So in starting one or two topics, when you analyze the pattern of question, so in rest of the subjects, your study approach will be adapted. You will study with that approach only according to what questions are asked. You will not move uh, any step in any wrong direction. You will be always your movement will be always judged as a progress in that field. If you if you are able to analyze the question, you are able to analyze what the exam wants from you. There are at many times we sit with the questions and we are like we studied this and we cannot solve the question because nothing is there in my mind. That brilliant that but not a common.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
sorry for the interruption.
Yes, sir.
Can you be a little more audible? Increase your volume, please. It's audible, no problem, but still, if you could make it little more. Okay, thank you.
Now is it okay, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
So attempt to solve unsolved problems with the help of books, notes, whatever you have. Make sure that you can solve the question. Remembering formula, just forget about it. You just develop your concept that yes, such type of problems are there. I can solve it with the help of this. Keep your aids with you. There is no
Yeah,
problem.
good.
Yes, sir.
Just keep your mic little away from your mouth. Okay, yeah.
There is no problem taking help of your aids. You can use all your books. In initial phase of preparation, I'm telling you that you are not. It's about concept building. It's not about by hearting the formula. When you are in phase of your concept building, you can use formula sheets, all your formula all your notes, use everything. Just make sure that you are solving the unsolved problems. Okay, that will give you a concept that how to tackle the problems. When you subscribe a online exam or test series, there will be more than 100 exams in that test series, and we finally get well prepared for the exam around 15 days before examination. Till that time, we are in the phase of learning. So very hesitative to take up the examinations when we are not fully prepared. So in that case, from the starting of the preparation itself, after 1 week or 14 days, you can start taking up the examination. Write examination with your notes. It's online examination, your laptop will be at home, or whether you are attempting it from your mobile, take any help you can. And just make sure that you are attempting exam, and make a friend sit beside you and to solve the question. That won't help you. But keep your notes with you and then try to solve the exam in the initial phase. Okay. Now, once you are sure that all the concepts I have covered, I'm not telling you all the concepts you have remembered. It's like all the concepts you have covered, you have built a good idea of the subjects. Then you can come to this stage. Then you finalize your notes. That finally um, make a very precise reference that you can refer anytime you want. Then memorize the important form. Most of the formula you will remember in this concept building phase, which formulas are used again and again. So if some formula they are missing, that put some extra effort to memorize the important formula. Then now you have to take up exams without book. It's like 1 or 2 months before you are going to face exam. That time they will give you a separate set of exam, that is CBTs. They offer CBTs before uh, the main exam. So they are center based tests. So in that case, anyway, they will not allow you to take up your books. So that time you have to take up exams without book. After exam, see the complete solution provided by them, and see which are the questions in which you are using better steps than those people, which are the questions your steps are going lengthy than those people, and do a self correction, and go back to your notes, points, again write exam. You will improve day by day. By facing challenges, you will improve. That is the fact. And last one, dedicate complete 1 month to memorize formula and concepts, because now you are all you the type of questions, you are all aware with the pattern of the examination. Now you dedicate all your time to sharpen your final tools before the war. Now, if you don't practice questions and write mock examinations, selection possibilities goes down. This is the experience of most of the people who are failing again and again in the examination. They are very good at concepts. They know all the subjects very well. But the thing is that they never attempt examination. So examinations, there are a lot of factors play their role, and you have to be accustomed to those factors. For that, you have to write examination. Now, important books. See, whenever we want to attempt any exam, we have to have a good reference. Okay. I'm showing you one reference what all VQ students refer. I don't know what is the credibility of that book, but all VQ students will happily refer that book before examination. And uh, around 1 week before examinations, everyone has this book in their cupboard, and this is the book which has made many students pass in weekly semester examination. So how we use this book? Actually, I'm using this book because you all are accustomed to this book. What this book actually has, this has more question papers and previous year exam papers. So this book is more or less for those who are constantly studying in their lecture. For them, this will be just reference for 1 or 2 days, so that they just see the questions what are repeated in the exams, and they just make those all topics very strong, so that they never miss out repeated questions. This is the usefulness of this book, nothing more. Okay. So for GATE, take the same strategy. Do prepare the subject. You can see here analysis of previous year papers, topic wise question presentation, fully solved explanations, and this book is what this book to your semester exam. This book is for GATE exam. So they have a lot of questions of the previous year. You will come to know what is going to come in the examination. GATE, there is a rumor that GATE, every year new questions are framed. Every year questions will be different. There is nothing like that. Questions are same type. They are repeated. Same concepts are tested year by year, and basically they do not innovate much in GATE examination. They will just test your aptitude, nothing more than that. So you have to solve aptitude questions from this book. And when you are preparing for your state examinations like JEE or AE, all over India, this book is the benchmark. This Gupta and Gupta, you ask any person who has cleared examinations in KPSC or BPSC or SSC JEE, all coaching institute, all faculties who train, all students who have cleared this examination, they have referred this book only. Okay. And you will be surprised to see that when you appear for the examinations, you will get continuous questions from this book, like question number 30, 40, 30, 31, 32, 33, continuous from this book only. So this has happened. This has happened in many examinations that there are repeated questions from this book. So these two books for this book, I'm not discussing much about. I don't know credibility of this book, but this book you can refer for your 8 questions, and this book you can prefer if you are preparing for JEE or A examination. Now we have a lot of subjects. So we are very confused this way. How we will cover 15 subjects, 30 subjects like that. In GATE, if I am telling for 16 to 17 subjects, so there is nothing to worry about. You have to take a constant effort and convert all your books into your notes. And this you can do easily in your 4 years. And not even 4 years, this you can do easily in within 6 months if you are constant in your preparation. Now, once you are done with the notes, along with this, you are writing exams also. Along with these notes, you are writing exams also. I have discussed earlier. So, from these notes, prepare a short notes. I'm telling this. I've shown this type of notebook especially because this is having division for the different subjects. So try to have 3-4 subjects in a notebook. Okay, and you are writing exam hand to hand. So once you prepare all the short notes, most of the concepts you will memorize. And finally, when you write exam with your short notes, in your later exams, you just need the formula sheets. And when you finally come up with the formula sheets, that time you start memorizing the formula. These things automatically will be fed in your mind during your practice sessions and writing examinations in practice. Only these things you have put little effort. Even these things you can memorize by solving lot of questions. Now, our college schedule is very hectic. We all know that studying in engineering college is not an easy job. There are a lot of events which cannot escape, and there are a lot of exams which we cannot skip. So we have to keep a balance. So first of all, find out the common things. Why to redo things what you have done once? Okay. So find out the common topics, put the syllabus together, and put little extra effort for the by solving some competitive questions and common topics. And then for missing topics, you can refer some standard books. Books are available in your library. You can refer that. You can so many things we do not understand while writing book. It's maybe the language of the writer, or it may be that type of questions what you are attempting is not properly guided in the book. So that time you can take help of YouTube education videos, or to have a complete guidance that then during your 4 year of engineering only, you can subscribe to a distance learning program. DLP means distance learning program of some reputed coaching. I'm not advertising anyone here, but if you want a proper guidance, you can go for distance learning program. Now, finally, you get a holiday. Like every Saturday, Sunday is a holiday. I don't know, Saturday might be your half day. And you get a many holidays like in some festivals and all. You can adjust this balance in that holiday. I would suggest you that make this part heavier in your holidays, so that during college exams you can focus on this part. Now, many students plan to complete that, when that November, September or August will come, whole class will be discussing, and finally everyone will fill the GATE examination form. That everyone of will go and write exam, and but at that time only few start preparing also, because they don't simply fill the form. They start preparing also, and most of them they stop preparing after 1 or 2 months. They think that, oh, I'm doing engineering and there is a lot of pressure of project and all. So and there are no materials, proper materials to me with me. So I should stop. I should look at it after my degree. And few of them they keep preparing and face competition. They clear or not clear, that is not an issue. That is a different aspect, but it's a good thing that few people actually face the competition. If you are not self-motivated, then you will start finding an escape. That is the fact. If anything that is suggesting you that, oh, I will do it afterwards, that is escape. You have to keep yourself motivated that yes, I will do it. I can do it. Later, I will see that what is the result, but for now, I can do it. Now, actually, how people succeed, they have a clear vision that what I have to do, and they have a dedication to do that, and they continuously do hard work to achieve that, and they have a discipline to stick to that. And finally, the most important thing is consistency. All these things are seen in almost every student, but for a very limited period of time. For 1 month you will be clear vision, you will have dedication, you will have hard work, you will have discipline, but for a very short span of time. Okay, if you keep consistency in these factors, you are certainly going to achieve. And what happens, we think some days that, oh, today this is not good, that is not good, so today let's skip the preparation, from tomorrow I'll do it. On good days, you can you can work out, but on bad days you have to work out more. Whenever you are getting a bad phase, that time completely put into your put all your resources in your preparation. Okay, so that way you will get the consistency. Now, there are many things as a student we should avoid. There are many factors which affect our preparation during exams, even 6 months before exam. So these things are not, nobody covers these things actually. You get any guidance session, nobody covers this part, but don't have any mess up with any of your relations during your preparation. They will destabilize your mind. So don't get into all these things. Do not fight with anyone. It's all about you have to physically go to the center and you have to write examination, and somebody breaks your jaws or you end up breaking your hand with hitting someone. So that is not going to, that will be a very bad thing if you are prepared so well and you finally break your hand hitting somebody. So don't have these things. These things have happened. That's why I'm telling you. You might find it funny, but there are people who have fought and they're well prepared for the exam, but they could not write because they end up landing in the hospital. A lot of energy is required when you are doing something good. Okay, doing something good is not an easy thing. A lot of energy is required. For that, you need to have a good food. Okay, it's a fifth or sixth standard primary school basics that we need energy to work for work, and energy we get from food. So don't fuel yourself with a unhygienic food. Finally, you know that happiness is the key of success, key to success. So avoid any person, any group, any elder, any younger who makes you unhappy or demotivates you. You don't know who can motivate you. They can be anyone. You can get close to those people who are constantly motivating you, but you must avoid the people who demotivate you because they are not helping you anyway. Finally, there is a, lot of confusion. Many people think that there is some percentile in GATE and what was your GATE percentile. Actually, there is nothing GATE percentile. The GATE scorecard is like this. Your name will be there, and actually your name will be there if you prepare well. There's nothing dream. Your hard work will pay you, and you'll get your name here, your registration number, your gender, your branch, from which branch you have appeared, your photo will be here, your signature, and this is the GATE score. This is actually normalized score from marks obtained out of 100. If you score 42 out of 100, you can see in 2015, someone scored 42 in some branch and he got 364 All India rank. That is quite good with a very normal marks. And finally, they will give you the cutoff for all the different categories. They will give you total number of candidates, and finally your GATE score and your GATE mark score. Actually, this GATE score is utilized everywhere, not this marks out of 100. Not this marks out of 100 is important. It's this GATE score, which is utilized everywhere. And this one is normalized score because there are two different papers. You can score good in one paper. Some people have this thing in mind that my paper was tough, afternoon session was easy. So it's nothing like that. Your marks will be normalized and you will get a final GATE score, which is quite justified. And best part is that if you are positive, you will achieve it. If you are negative, you will lose it. So you have to be positive while you are preparing. And failures are the part of preparation. If you have fear of failure, you will never prepare. So if you have to first overcome the fear of failure. Don't think failure as an end. Failure is a part of preparation. You have to fail if you want to pass. Okay. So failure. faster you can fail, faster you can succeed. That is the fact. And I will suggest that if you are interested in GATE, okay, you can go through the GATE examination and you can have a higher education. But I can see in engineering students, not only academically, but there are various other potentials. So you must follow your passion. It's about there is nothing about getting a job. It's not a big deal to get a job. There are a lot of jobs, and you can get job anytime. But or you can become a boss also anytime. That is not a big thing. But the thing is that if you want to lead a happy life, you have to follow your passion. Without following your passion, you will not be happy in your life. And and don't just aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. This is what keeps me motivating. That uh, getting a job and just earning something is not going to make my life something successful. And we have to do something different, and we have to lead a like a reputed life. So for that, we should not aspire to make a living. We should aspire to make a difference. And there is a very famous thought given by Confucius: those who think they can and those who think they can't, both are right. If you think you cannot, you cannot. That is the fact, because you are telling that you cannot. And if you think you can, you will be. You will certainly achieve it if you think you can, because you are thinking that you can, and it's you that you have to do it. So if you think you can, you will achieve it, definitely achieve it. And those who think they can't, better have a course correction. You can, and you just change your thought process, you will achieve something. And finally, I'm done. So now you can begin your uh, presentation strategies. Sit today and give some time. You have a very open platform of Google. Do all the necessary queries yourself. And if you want any further help from me, you can mail me to 24cv@gmail.com. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ankush. It was a wonderful indeed for giving a detailed insight on the gateway to options and opportunities. I hope all audience participants have gained a good knowledge on how to crack all difficult exams related to civil engineering domain. It was very good indeed to listen to you. You gave some messages like, don't answer all questions, practice only unsolved problems, memorize important formula, write exams again and again, how to balance college and competitive exams. So it was very much useful, I feel. And finally, your message, follow your passion. It was more touching the hearts. So thank you for your wonderful messages. And we'll go to the question and answer.
Okay.
Only one question we have received. Can preparation for engineering service exam
Yes.
Fulfill the preparation for GATE?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I've shown that. Yeah, I've shown in that slide also. See, these are like you can consider these as subsets. These you can consider as subsets. You can see my slide. Hello.
Yes, we can see the slides.
Yeah. So actually, like JE becomes the subset of A. A becomes the subset of GATE, and GATE becomes the subset of ESE. So once you are preparing for ESE, You can prepare for, already you have prepared for GATE. There is no need of extra preparation. Only thing is that, only little extra effort is that you have to just look at the questions which are asked. Just go through the questions. Concepts you have covered in more depth. Covered lot of concepts when you are preparing for ESE examinations. But only thing is that, see, these examinations check your concepts, aptitude, everything. But here they check your aptitude only. So just go through the questions, what they are asking, and just you can have a 1 hour time in a week that just going through the questions. I'm not telling to solve them also. Just see what they're asking. If you find something new there in GATE, that time you take an effort and you can solve some questions. But ESE covers GATE. That is the fact.
We have one more question, Ankush. Which test series is better to prepare for the GATE exam?
Actually, it's not good any institute name, but I don't feel bad. I will take name of the institute. See, you have to have a 2 test series. You have to have a 2 test series. 1 test series you will waste during your presentation. You have to waste 1 complete test series. And the 2 test series, I'm telling you, you can go for ACE, which is based in Hyderabad, and you can go for MEDISI, which is based in Delhi. So you take 2 test series, waste 1 complete test series in your preparation. Complete test series you have to solve with your books. Waste it, completely waste it. And when you are done with your all preparations, now utilize another test series, write exams of this with all your knowledge, test your confidence, go back, prepare yourself. But 1 test series you have to waste during presentation, 1 test series you have to utilize at the time of 1 month before examinations, and made easy and ACE. And I'm telling you the fact that people who prepare questions also, they might be visiting this test series. That so yeah, these things might happen. That what questions you have seen there, you might see that question in GATE also.
Can you give few tips to be followed on the day of the exam and before the day of the exam?
See, you should be mentally very fit on the day of exam. Okay, so you should have a good idea where is your examination center, and you should not eat something a day before examination which is going to upset you next day of examinations. And do not eat too much of sour things. Okay, eat sweet. Do not let your sugar level go down, and that will help you. That will keep your mind vitalized. Because what happens when we go under pressure, our sugar level goes down. Okay, in that case, we eat some chocolates, eat some sweets before examination, and uh, don't study anything before examination. You have prepared well, you have put all your effort. Now you are ready to rock. Go and write exam without any fear. I will not suggest to study anything before examination, or one or that is completely useless.
How much time actually one should spend if they do not get satisfactory points in college exam? That means if they have less marks in their academics, what is the time duration they should spend on the GATE preparation?
Actually, marks are not the criteria to judge the students. There are some students who have very good concepts. They do not write properly in subjective questions, so they get less marks. That is one case of getting less marks. Other less marks, they will study only important questions. If that question doesn't come, they will score less marks. So that's less marks is not a general case. It's a 2 different case. One is having a very good concept, but he's not able to present. One is he is not studying anything, and he is memorizing some questions, and he is not able to answer if different questions comes. So in these two different cases, one has to completely put in efforts to learn the subject. Okay, learn the subjects, be fair to yourself, do not fool yourself, go through the subjects, develop the concepts, and those who have concepts, they cannot translate it into marks. For them, I will tell you, refer to go to your faculties, learn how to write the answers. And for GATE examinations, there is nothing that you just have a concept, you practice the questions, whatever are there. Now it comes to the how many hours you should put. See, if a general student, those who have concept and they cannot score good marks in examinations, for them, they can put 3 hours daily. Okay, 3 hours daily, well divided. 1 hour you give for the concept build to read the new topics. 1 hour you give to solve the questions, and 1 hour you give to memorize the formulae, because it's all about memorizing formulae. Okay, it's an aptitude test. It's not a concept test. It's not an interview of your depth of your knowledge. It's an aptitude test. You know the formula, you put the values, and you get the answer. But for those students who have not studied well in their engineering, also they are dependent on important questions. For them, I will tell you, though you are very smart because you have managed this way, so no doubt you will manage to study the concepts also. And believe me, you need not to study the very like reputed books. These are not required. Whatever notes your faculties are giving, refer that genuinely, refer that fairly, and attempt the great questions. So if you put 4 to 5 hours daily, that will be enough for you.
Next question is, college fest placement are somewhat hinder the preparation for GATE. Please clarify it with possible solution. I think you can share your own experience only for this.
Yeah, that is the fact. Actually, the most valuable things when you are focused at something, it's not about GATE. I'm telling, if you are focused at anything, the time becomes very valuable. You cannot waste time. So you have to act smartly in that case. See, college fest. College fest is not your responsibility. It's the responsibility of the whole college. Okay, if you are a coordinator, that you get a team, you get a number of students, you get a large involvement, divide the work. Okay, do not take all the responsibility on your head. Many people do that. They do everything themselves from morning to evening. They will be running, drenched into sweat. Not required. You are killing the possibilities for other students. Let them also learn how to conduct some tests. Okay, so make a big team, divide the work, and very few students are involved in this test. When it comes to volunteer, increase the number of volunteers. And the thing is that you have to be selfish at some point of time when it comes for your it is question of your career. I hope you can understand what I want to say. Divide work. Don't take responsibility on your head.
What is the right time to start GATE preparation?
Right time to start GATE preparation. My slide is shared.
Yeah.
Here you can see the subjects. Okay, so general aptitude. There is no separate semester to teach this. This you can start from right from the first year. Now engineering mathematics. This will be wind up by your second year. So after third year, you can constantly revisit this subject and go on and strengthening your concepts. Now engineering mechanics. This will be finished in first year. Okay, so you have 3 years to put on this subjects. Strength of materials, finish in second year. So when you analyze this paper, analyze this sheet, you will come to know that most of your portions are finished by 2.5 years. Okay. So after 2.5 years, you put all your efforts. These benchmarks don't matter for you. You will get above 80 marks.
To enter IIT for MTech, what should be the GATE score and what should be the minimum CGPA?
IIT for MTech.
IIT MTech.
Okay. Actually, MTech admission in IIT, you should have a GATE score for admission in IIT, but all IITs have their different admission procedures. Okay. Most of the IITs, they take their exams. Okay. Or some IITs, they will take interviews also. So, but that exam, what those IITs will take for MTech admission, that will be exactly like your GATE paper only. So you should be very thorough with your syllabus. What we just leave our preparation once we are done with GATE examination in February, and finally these IITs, they call in month of March or April, so that 1 month gap pulls us back, and we lack in our concepts. What we have already achieved, we lose some concepts in that. So don't, if you want to get into IIT, don't get out of touch of the subjects. Be in touch. IITs will conduct a separate exam. Most of the IITs will conduct a separate exam, and you should have a GATE score around 700. So for 700 GATE score, I will tell you your marks should be more than 65, 70, and they will conduct an interview also. And they, so I'm not telling all IITs. Some IITs have their different approach, and some will. For safer side, you should have a GATE score of 750. So I'll show you how is that GATE score. For civil, this 560, you should have around 750 or 8, and your marks should be around 60, 70, and you should be in touch with all your subjects because they are going to test you again. And main thing they focus is mathematics. That they just want to know whether you are good at mathematics or not, because it's not it's all about technical communication. Engineering is all about technical communication, and maths is the technical language. So they will test your mathematics. They will test your mathematics in depth. So do not skip mathematics in your preparation. Thank you.
Ankush, we can enter the MTech in any of the colleges using by writing any of the competitive exams conducted by that particular university. What makes the difference if we clear GATE exam? What benefits our students gets if they clear GATE exam?
See, first of all, there are some institutes of national importance. Institutes of national importance, they are IITs, they are NITs. So now any institute of national importance will not offer you PG admissions without GATE. That is the fact. In any NITs, in any IITs, you cannot get admission without GATE. But now if you have cleared GATE and now you are entering these institutes, you will get a monthly fellowship of 12,400. That is enough for your expenditure. And in this phase of post graduation, you need not to study too much. Concepts building is in BTech only. So sorry, BE only. So in this 2 years phase, when you are doing your MTech, you can actually prepare for some government examinations, or you can plan to have put up your own entrepreneurship. You need a time span. You need a stable mind for that planning. So in these 2 years, you can plan up your life. And for a peaceful planning, you need to have a peaceful existence. For that, you get 12,400 per month, so that you are not bothered to anyone for your expenditures. And in some other universities like Manipal and all, you write their exam and you can get masters. But the thing is that if you have cleared GATE, then through MHRD, you get some stipend in those universities also. So if you are getting just by writing an exam, if you are getting some money, so why you are hesitating to attempt that exam? And that will be given to you 24 months. Like I could. That is on there. For 24 months throughout your preparation, you will get throughout your MTech, you will get that 12,400 credited in your account. That will help you a lot.
Yes, thank you very much, Ankush. We have few more queries, but we will not be able to answer them due to the time constraint. So we'll be posting to Ankush all these, and you will get the answers through your mail IDs. So thanking once again, Ankush, for being with us as a part of WISE 2020. And we also look forward to have you back in SJC campus to interact with your juniors too.
Yeah, I always want to come there, but
Okay, thank you. Now I call upon Mr. Chittaranjan, Assistant Professor of Civil Department, to propose vote of thanks.
Hello, good afternoon all. As all things come to an end in life, so it is the webinar. It is my privilege to deliver a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, Chittaranjan, on behalf of Civil Engineering Department, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to the honorable guest who enlightened us with his presence and took out valuable time out of his schedule. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for Mr. Ankush, alumni of SJAC, for his valuable session on Gateway to Options and Opportunity. Thank you so much. I, al- I also wish to express my gratitude to our principal, Dr. Rio D'Souza, and management for continuous guidance and providing all the necessary support. I am very grateful to Dr. Ejneshwaran B for giving us an opportunity to organize this event. Also, I would like to extend a special thanks to Mr. Govind Krishna and Ms. Apurva KV, moderator of this session, and to Ms. Pranamya K and her team who work hard for the success of this webinar. Also, I would like to thank all teaching and non-teaching staff for their kind support during the webinar. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants for their active participation in this webinar. Feedback link will be shared in the chat box. Everyone please give the valuable feedback. Certificate will be issued on after filling the feedback form. Thank you one and all.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chittaranjan sir. Thank you, Ankush. With this, we have come to an end of the session.
Congratulations, Ankush.
Thank you, sir.
Very interesting session today. Very good, very useful for our students.
With this, we will sign off. I am Mr. Govinda Krishna. I didn't have the net connection, so I had logged in through Pranamya madam. Sorry for that. Thank you.
Okay. The link of the feedback form for the session 2 is shared in the chat box. Please refer to that, and e-certificate will be issued only for the attendees and who submit the feedback form. Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Thank you, Ankush.